Good morning, it's 10 o'clock, it's June 6th. Two of the county commissioners are here, Ed Hawkins and Tom Bloom. If I ask that you rise for a moment of silent meditation and then a pledge to the flag. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey, could you get this? Thanks. Thank you. Good morning. May we now have the consents and approvals for the county administrator?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back.
Thank you. We have 11 listings for $1,578.75. Vouchers for general county, $687, $781.57. 911, $2,527.53. Chestnut Ridge Park, $1,044.75. Camp Muffley, $97.40. Mason-Dixon Park, $2,034.15. Assessor's valuation, $10,185.16. Purchasing card vouchers, general county, $46,429.53. 911, $1,301.12. Chestnut Ridge Park, $1,826.16. Mason-Dixon Park, $166.03. Assessor's valuation, $8,010.78 for a voucher total of $761,404.18. We have budget revisions that require state approval from the general fund for law enforcement overtime and other buildings capital outlay. Position vacancies for boards and authorities, the Western Board of Zoning Appeals, the Planning Commission, River Road PSD, Mountain Line Transit Authority, and the Mon County Development Authority. Fiduciary orders for June 6, 2018, and statement of services for Cynthia Van Stafford for the Patricia Ann Wetmore estate and George Armistead for the following estates: Donna E. Weimer, Wilma M. Holland, Robert L. Spriggs, Arch S. Wilkins, James L. Michael, and Patricia Ann Mason.
Move for approval.
Second's probably moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, passes. We will have introduction of new employees. Are you going to, okay? Come on down.
Hi, good morning. Carrie was not available today, but I'm presenting our three new employees: Matthew Harris, Andrew Linderman, and Benjamin Marnell. They're graduate students in WVU's History Department, and they'll be helping us with our records management projects.
Move for approval.
Second, properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Welcome.
You have someone who's historical, and I have my bachelor's in social studies education, so we're glad you're here. Thank you.
Good to have you.
Now go to work. No. Thanks. Misty, did I see? Come on down. Sure. Yeah, give her one. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Meredith McNeely. She's new to our state. She moved from Kentucky, and she's coming in to do part-time seasonal lifeguarding at the rate of pay of $9.50 an hour. And she's going to be going to WVU for the next 3 years.
Move for approval.
Second, properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Welcome. Could you do
Welcome.
one thing for us? Could you bring up the temperature about 20 degrees? Because it's a little too cold to go swimming.
It is. It's freezing.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Is the pool ready?
Oh, yeah, Misty, is the pool ready?
Is the pool ready?
The pool will be ready tomorrow. I get inspection in the morning at 10 a.m. and then we're open.
Excellent
great.
news. Thank you.
Thank you for
Sorry.
being ahead of that. And stay warm. Okay, at this time, we have comments from the public. If you'd like to, just come on down, state your name, and you say whatever you'd like to say.
I don't know if this is the appropriate forum for me as a representative of
Yes.
City Council, but thank you for having me here. I just am here to just reciprocate a visit that Commissioner Sikora made to our chambers recently. I'm sorry he's not here, but I wanted to say hello to you gentlemen and to recognize that we're in this together and we have common causes in Morgantown and the county, and I just want to acknowledge what we all understand. And the best way to address those common concerns is face-to-face in these kind of discussions. I know Commissioner Sikora feels the same way. One item on the agenda last night at City Council was the purchase of the Haymaker Forest, which was voted through 6-1 on first reading. And as you know, that land is listed in both the county and the city's comprehensive plan as reserve land. And so I'm not coming here asking for any money at all. But that seems like the kind of common sense vision for our community that we can both get behind. That is, it's listed in both our comprehensive plans as reserve. The city is moving toward purchasing that, would do its best to keep it as a reserve land, therefore keeping the mutual interests of our community in mind with that purchase. But again, I appreciate your work, and I'm glad to be here to represent the city, and thank you very much.
Have we set up a time, or will you be setting up a time with us to try and get us all together?
Yeah, I believe Commissioner Sikora
Okay.
is working on that.
Okay,
so
thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who'd like to speak?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
My name's Elijah Case, reside at 99 Brookhaven Drive. I'm here today revisiting a petition to remove John Messenger as executor and/or administrator of the Messenger estate. I actually spoke with Mr. Messenger earlier this morning. I don't know where he's at. I don't know where the other parties are as well. We were here on the 2nd of last month, and we were all made aware that there was going to be a second hearing this morning, and given the circumstances that nobody else has shown up, and two, there are some extenuating circumstances regarding the estate and the progress that has or has not been made in regards to trying to settle the estate. I would like it to move to fiduciary. One in part, and I really do wish that my siblings were here. The residence that my brother resides was my mother's. It was paid for in full. There's bank records of all the payments. The individual in which she purchased the home from, in the time frame that she was making these payments, she had put half down on a $30,000 agreement and then paid over 5 years. The gentleman went into bankruptcy. The bankruptcy was satisfied around the same time my mother made the last payments on the home. The gentleman received the title back from the bank rather than the bank relieving the title to my mother. The initial payment that I spoke of was made directly to the original owner. All the rest of the payments were made directly to the bank on the loan, okay, to satisfy his loan. He took that title, and my understanding is he went out after the trailer was paid for in full, and after receiving the title, went out and got another lien on the home for the amount of around $20,000. Okay, so I think you could appreciate that. I want to see something happen. The fact is there has been no attempt to locate the individual. There has been no lawyer obtained to to try and find the title, the individual, and properly, establish ownership of the home. And until that's done, obviously, we cannot conclude business, okay? Now, my mother passed away October 31st of this past year, okay? I think that there's been plenty of time to obtain a lawyer, and I believe that there's been plenty of time to not only to obtain a lawyer, but there's been plenty of time to also locate the individual and or the title. My brother, Mr. Messenger, apparently tried to obtain a lost title from the DMV, okay, and was denied for obvious reasons, okay, because they didn't, they don't have record of the transaction. The second issue that was aforementioned is that in the probate process of setting up this probate, my mother was she was 1/5 of 80 acres of land, okay, that from a previous estate, okay, her mother's. Excuse me, I'm sorry, her father's. And so there's 16 acres of land that belong to my mother, or she was 1/5 owner of 80 acres of land, okay? The land I have had appraised. When you crunch the numbers, the 15 acres value at approximately $36,000, okay? My brother did a second appraisal. Now, the numbers were a little bit different, but not more than $2,000. I don't know if it was high or low. He didn't tell me. I wanted this land to be included in the probate, and it's mentioned in the probate that there's land.
But it's not.
But it's not valued in the probate, okay?
If I can, since this is the public portion, what I'd like to do, if you trust me, is we will finish the public portion, then we will have a direct discussion on that.
Absolutely.
How's that
I
sound?
would, yes.
That allows us to get,
Yes.
because we can't respond to you yet.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else here to speak? Didn't think so. Okay, I'll close the public portion. Now, to address the specific situation, what I'm going to ask,
Placed on the agenda.
I would place on the agenda, or do you want to place to immediately refer to the fiduciary agent? And that would be,
If it's okay without placing it on the agenda.
Yes.
I'm fine to,
Yeah.
to
okay,
move.
before I let you speak, yeah, do you have a motion to?
I'm fine to move it to refer to the fiduciary commissioner as per
Okay,
your
second.
request.
Now I'll let you speak in. Since we're going to refer it, because you're bringing up a complexity that we don't have the documents in front of us, and it would be inappropriate for us to make a decision without all the information, but referring to the fiduciary agent would be the proper step if that's, are you
Yeah,
amenable to that?
that's what I was shooting for.
Good.
That's what I felt was appropriate.
And we did ask you to come back in 4 weeks, so you did what we requested. So we feel that, you followed what we have requested, so we will now go through with what our commitment was to you all.
Okay, now, in
Yeah.
the, given the fact that we're going to move forward
Yes.
as requested, how, I guess, two things.
Sure.
How will we be notified of the date of the hearing? And,
The fiduciary commissioner will send out notifications
Yes.
to all the heirs.
okay,
Because we'll refer it to them, and then they will pass that, they will
And-
follow that process.
generally speaking, about how long
Mm-hmm.
would you expect to be notified? Not necessarily
4 to
how
6
far out
weeks,
will
I mean, I
how
mean,
far
generally.
will the hearing be, but
Yeah.
how long will it take for the notifications?
The fiduciary commissioners are also private attorneys. So, along with their other caseload.
Right.
I mean, it takes some time. Depending on probably which fiduciary commissioner it's assigned to, I would say anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks.
We will ask that they do that within 4 to 6 weeks. We can send that
to them.
For the
Again, we can ask.
For the notification.
For the notification, to get, so
Okay.
everyone starts the process.
Okay. And then finally, I
Sure.
have one last question, because this is something that I'm really unknowledgeable about at
Okay.
all. Okay. Because the land portion of this has been through another estate, okay, and is being executed by an uncle, okay? I'm afraid that because it has not already been put as part of the probate process, it hasn't been valued in the probate, okay?
You're wondering whether it will be a part of the,
Well, what I'm wondering is there a process that I can do and complete that will allow me to get an injunction on the property until the fiduciary hearing?
that
That would be through circuit court.
That would be through circuit court. My recommendation would be, I was going to tell you that's why we're going to refer to the fiduciary agent. And you can ask her, as soon as she sets it out, you can ask that specific question before you have your meeting. That's how I would do it.
Okay, so I can contact the fiduciary
Well,
agent?
after they contact you on the hearing, you could ask that question or have a lawyer to ask those questions.
At this point, we
There's
do not
nothing-
know which fiduciary.
Yeah,
There's
so
three
we don't know.
fiduciary commissioners are
Okay.
assigned.
So until that point, if I wanted to cover my basis, I would
You'd have
go to the
circuit
circuit
court.
court and ask for an injunction?
Yes.
And where would I be able to get the records of this so I can say that, okay, this is already in process? Because I know that you can't just get an injunction just
Well,
to
you
get an
probably have to go down to
injunction.
the
You have
records room to get all that information. I mean, again, I don't know what you're specifically asking, but that's
You
what.
want a
I just
record
don't want like it being piecemealed out
I
at
understand.
this point in time, because the value is going to
Yeah.
decline the smaller the land
Unfortunately,
gets.
we're not allowed to give you legal advice, so,
Right.
and I'm definitely not
Okay.
wanting to do that. I would recommend that if you're that concerned, I would contact an attorney to do it. That would be my general recommendation.
Okay, you've
Okay?
answered all my questions.
Oh,
Thank you
good.
very
Well, thank
much.
you. Well, we have a motion with first and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It will now be turned over to the fiduciary agent, and you will be contacted.
Thank
And I
you.
appreciate you for following the process.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Colleen Kuhn. Oh, we have no grants. Okay, it's summer months. Okay. Correspondence. Okay. Request from James Smith for the commission regarding his resignation from the River Road Public Service District Board.
You want me to read it?
Yes, please.
Okay. I am sending this letter to rescind my resignation from my position as a River Road PSD board member, which I sent to you on April the 12th, 2018. My decision to reconsider my resignation is a result of the current River Road PSD transition, which I would like to see through to fruition. Thank you in advance for forwarding my request to the commission for consideration, and please don't hesitate to contact me if you should have any questions.
Thank you. And we have that under new business, okay? Letter of thanks from the City of Clarksburg Police Department for the assistance received from Mon County Office of Emergency Management during the search for a missing persons case.
I've got a letter, and I can elaborate on it if you like. On behalf of Chief Hilliard and the entire Clarksburg Police Department, I would like to personally thank you and your agency for your recent assistance in the successful recovery of a body in relation to a missing persons case. As a result of your time, effort, and resources, a multi-jurisdictional search was conducted safely and professionally that resulted in helping a family receive closure. The results of this combined search and recovery mission further prove what can be accomplished when multiple agencies work together to assist each other in our common goal of providing our citizens with a safe and peaceful society in which to live. The Clarksburg Police Department is committed to continuing to work with outside agencies and providing assistance to any agency that is in need. Please accept this letter of recognition as a thank you and a commitment to our ongoing willingness to work together and assist your agency in the future. Sincerely, Deputy Chief Jason Snyder, Clarksburg Police Department. Mike Fortney and Harold Sperringer from Mecca 911 went to Harrison County to participate, and they used their drone that they had purchased last year and helped in the search. So
If we make a copy, make sure we send that to
Absolutely.
them.
Very nice consideration, too.
Yes, we appreciate it.
Thank
Letter from Judith Brennan, Director of Visiting Homemaker Service, thanking the Commission for the approval of fiscal year 2019 grant funding.
You all approved them for $35,000. It was just it's an increase on what was approved from the previous year, and she was just writing a letter of thanks.
Okay.
Thank yous are appreciated,
Yes.
aren't they, Tom?
Any other correspondence?
No,
Okay, unfinished business,
no.
new business. To consider rescinding that previously adopted motion to accept the resignation letter from River Road Public Service District Board Member James Smith at the Commission's April 18th meeting.
Okay, I will move to rescind the motion relating to the resignation of River Road Public Service District Board Member James Smith, which was adopted at our April 18th meeting, given Mr. Smith's request to withdraw his resignation.
And I'll second that. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
It passes, we've rescinded. To reconsider rescheduling the June 20th and July 4th meeting, County Commission meeting, and give the specific dates due to the state and federal holidays.
We have discussed that. Everybody's
Yes.
looked at their schedule, and June 21st is available in lieu of June 20th, and July 5th is available in lieu of June 4th.
Okay, move
Or
to
July 4th, excuse
accept
me.
this rescheduling of our meetings.
Second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes. Do we have any new?
I have one other item.
That's what's hoping. Okay.
Last week,
Right.
you all tabled a motion for the shack for $50,000 in emergency grant funding pending the receipts and approval from legal counsel on a letter and some additional information. I did receive that Monday afternoon
Okay.
after the deadline to revise the agenda. So I do have the information that you were seeking, which
But
is.
it's not been reviewed,
It has been reviewed.
I mean, by
Yes.
us. Okay.
Yes,
Well,
I
yes,
sent that
it
out
has-
to you all
Yeah.
They said yes.
after I got it
Yes.
on Monday.
Yeah. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Second, and just for clarification, yes, we just wanted some clarification, and they came with the paragraph that we requested. So we are looking forward to help the shack out on this. So all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, they'll be very excited about that.
I would hope so.
Any other new business?
No, sir.
Okay, do we have any reports from elected officials? I see no one wants to speak. Okay. Reports from the county commissions, I guess I'll turn it over to you, Ed.
Well, today is a anniversary of sorts. This is the anniversary of D-Day.
Yes.
74 years ago began the liberation of Europe. On the meeting schedule, yesterday, we had the first OAC meeting. That's on the Monongalia County Extension and 4-H building at Milan Park. That went very well, very seamless, and it was short. In the afternoon, DOH sponsored a meeting that they pretty much gave a 1-hour segment to each of the counties and to discuss the upcoming projects that are going on in the counties. And this included Secretary Tom Smith,
Yes, first
along
time.
with Donnie Williams and the staff for the updates. And I'd like to commend their work and their efforts on addressing us individually. It was well attended. It was well attended by all our legislatures, our county commissioners, city officials. There were a lot of people there, even of interest. So it was really a good meeting. In the evening, it was a fair board meeting to continue planning for this year's fair upcoming at the end of July, beginning of August. Monday, Commissioner Bloom and I both attended the WVU Children's Hospital groundbreaking, and this is another exciting project that's going on in our community, particularly in the health systems. Sunday was the Farm Bureau picnic. That was at historical Mason-Dixon Park, and it also gave me a chance to speak to Joe Hatton as well as Kent Leonhardt concerning agriculture in our county, also getting approval from them of some of the space that the state will be taking in the new building that we're proposing. And, of course, last Thursday, we had a meeting with MUB, Tim Ball, and the River Road PSD to initiate discussions on the possibility of MUB assuming control, possibly, of the River Road PSD. Thank you.
Thank you. I also have all good news. And since I see Dave Custer in the background, I just want to say thank you. I've heard nothing but positive statements about the new system that is working and the quickness that is now getting out, not only to the western end, but all over. And I just want to say, please pass on. We very appreciate to your board what you did and how it's working, and not one negative complaint after 3 weeks, or really 4 weeks. So we want to thank you for that. We really appreciate that. Second thing is, well, I'll just announce the June 18th 10 o'clock, we are having the grand, I don't say opening, it would be groundbreaking, the grand opening, the groundbreaking of that extension building.
Monongalia County Extension and 4-H building at Milan
Right.
Park.
And we would, yeah. And unfortunately, I ran into Ken Lenhart, who said he will be there. So he will be there. I'm very excited. I think this is a real exciting avenue.
I don't think it'll be quite as cute as those little children wielding the shovels, which they did at the WVU Children's Hospital. I'm sorry. We're probably
That
not
was
going.
mini
We might
shovels.
be able to get some cute 4-H'ers. However.
Yeah, now
So
that maybe we could
might
do
see
that.
what we can do.
We'll ask, yeah, Becca. Also, as it said, we were very pleased. It was the first time ever that the commissioners, any of the commissioners in the county, got to see the Secretary of Transportation out actually working with us. And I believe that was a really key to what is about to happen. What we did request at our meeting, and he said he would get it for the 13th, is to find out how much money it costs to actually get back in that routine of 1 year paving, 3 year ditching, where we are now, and the difference of how much money we need. Then we will use that difference to go down to Charleston as a North Central Caucus to try and get those funds during a 3-year period. So it was very advantageous to meet with them, and he was very appreciative of us working relationship. So I want to thank you. And to finally, I want to end with something which is really exciting, and you mentioned about the Children's Hospital. Several weeks ago, we ran into a situation that we had a venue that had all this food and had no way to deliver it or get it to different agencies or groups. Out of that, I was able to meet with Jeanette Lewis and several other people from the United Way and the Family Resource Network. And I'm excited to say that I asked Jeanette to come here and speak a little bit about a program we're about to initiate starting next week. And basically, I will just call it the Community Food Donation Hotline. And if you want it, Jeanette, if you don't mind, break the rules to allow her to speak.
No problem.
And just discuss a little bit about what we have come up with.
Sure. It's actually a very simple thing. And basically, what we're doing, we have I've reached out to food feeding programs in the county as well as our food pantries. And I have received back over 20 responses for those that would be interested in, say, if a conference center or a hotel had an event and had tons of food left over, that what we'll have in place is a hotline number where that hotel or someone within can call. It will notify myself and our family resource manager, and then we will in turn notify these 20 food pantries and feeding programs and say, we have this amount of food, are you interested? And come to pick up. And
Right.
This is anytime, 24 hours a day. So if it's on the weekend, we can still respond. And that's the idea, to get to, so we don't have food going to waste and that we have so many people in need. So that's the plan, very simple. We plan to call it the community food
Donation
hotline. We thought about community food hotline, and we thought, well, that would mean people might call needing
Right.
services. So put donation in it, and so that's the plan. Very simple concept, but huge results.
And I'm thrilled to say that, we pass this on to the other 2 county commissioners who are fully behind it. And we also want to thank United Way for coming up with a response rather than after the fact. And we really think this can make a major benefit for everyone in the city and the county. And we're very excited. So that will start in a week as we get the letters out and clear up. So I want to thank
If I may say, you should be commended for your efforts, please, as well as the United Way. We are becoming quite European.
I know. Yes, we are. I mean, I think it's affecting all of us. Maybe the city's affecting us too. So at that time, do we have any other?
Move to adjourn.
Okay, second, move to adjourn. Thank you.